to my OG gang. What's up to my new subscribers? Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. You don't know how much that means to me. You're getting me closer and closer and closer to my goal. Thank you to my OG gang for always coming back to see me. You guys love me so much, and I love you guys so much. You just don't understand. You don't understand how much that means to me. Anyways, y'all, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. So, as you guys may know by the title, that I'm gonna give you guys like a couple of mistakes I made in relationships. Well, I'm not even gonna say mistakes, a couple of places where I went wrong in my relationships. So, number one on my list would be I love too hard. Whenever I'm in a relationship, I give my relationships my all. It's hard for me to do the bare minimum in my relationship. That's just not me. If you're gonna get me, you're gonna get all of me, and that's it. That's that point blank, period. And I probably went wrong by that because I did it for the wrong men, obviously, and I gave them the wrong benefits, if that makes sense. You know, number two on my list is neglecting myself. Now this one goes back. It can mesh with the first one. I neglected myself. I was too busy loving them so hard that I did not have time for myself. It was like a mother-son relationship. Very weird, I know, but I didn't have time for myself. I didn't have time to look pretty. Didn't have time to, really take care of myself, really do anything. Honestly, I didn't have time for myself. And I'm not blaming this on them in any way, fashion, or way, whatever you call it. But I started dating whenever I was like 18 or 19. And here we are years later, and I'm just now catching back up to my life. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to school. I wanted to do all of this different stuff, but I didn't do it because I was in a distressed relationship. I was in a distract relationship. And those really set me back because, like I said, whenever I love hard, and I gave all of myself to where I neglected myself and my wants for what they needed. I neglected my wants for what they needed, which we're gonna get to that. Number three on my list, I put up with way too much. Way too much than what I should have put up with. I'm the type of person, I'm gonna make it work. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, whenever you try to make it work and the other party is not trying to make it work, it makes it very difficult for you to, really thrive in the relationship. I put up with way too much. I really did. Too much to where I lost myself. I put up, I confused myself with who I am. I always knew I was a queen, but I confused myself with who I was because of the relationship, the stuff I was getting treated. So therefore, you expect every man to be the same way you've been treated. If y'all get what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying. Okay, now, I settled. Now, I'm not talking about looks. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about none of that because all the guys I've dated, they had money. Okay, they had a good job. None of them were bums. Okay, I don't do that. Okay, they had a good job. They were handsome guys, but I dated potential because I don't know if other guys have this, but I have a list of what I want in my husband, and if I'm being completely honest with you, none of my exes reached that list. Not even a tad. Not even a tad. Okay, I'm lying. They probably made one thing on the list, which is height, or the tall guy. But other than that, no, it didn't mean anything. Spiritually, emotionally, none of that. I don't know how to describe it. They just didn't meet any of my, I was about to go on a ramble, y'all, but I'm not gonna do that. They just didn't meet any of my standards that I had set for myself. So therefore, I was settling. I was settling mainly because, I know it sounds crazy, but mainly because of mercy. Because at first, yeah, I was okay, but then towards the relationship goes in, I did not want to be there. But, I didn't want to break off with them because, I want to make it work, blah, blah, blah. But trying to make it work got me broken up with every single time. I ain't never break up with none of my exes. They broke up with me. Oddly, right? Anyways, I allowed them to get too comfortable to where they can disrespect me. to where they can do all of this stuff. And you like too comfortable. You just see that spit? Sorry. I love them to get too comfortable. Like, you're too comfortable with doing the bare minimum, and I'm still sticking here by your side doing everything under the sun, and you're still doing the bare minimum. And I'm just not saying anything because I don't want to argue with you. I'm not saying anything because I don't want this to turn left. Maybe it's the kind of guys that I was dating because they didn't see my value, they didn't see my worth. Obviously, they didn't, because never mind. They didn't see my worth, they didn't see my value, obviously, because they did what they did. Not saying that I'm completely innocent, because I'm not, but I allow them to get too comfortable with treating me like crap, to mistreating me. Like I said, I am not innocent, but this is my video, so I'm gonna tell my experience. Okay, staying while I know I'm miserable, and I just mentioned that, staying while I know I'm miserable. Like most of my relationships, I did not want to be there at a certain point, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't. If my exes are watching this, I'm sorry, but I didn't. But like I said, I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to be that ride or die for a man who's not even trying. Hopefully he'll come around. That's dating potential. Women, we gotta stop doing that. Staying while knowing I'm miserable. That's not a good thing to do. It's not. We have to choose us. I'm in this thing now where I'm choosing me. I've been choosing everybody else's happiness for years now, and I'm choosing myself now, and it feels great. It feels great. Y'all see this glow? My skin looks a little jacked up right now, but I see y'all rushing into it. Now, these 2 points go together. Rushing into it. Now, what I mean rushing into it is not being friends first before I started dating. I didn't be friends with any of my exes before I started dating. We just met, talked for a few months. You want to be my girlfriend? Sure, let's do it. That was not a good idea, because it's like you're dating somebody and you're still trying to get to know them. You feel what I'm saying? And as the months go by, okay, example, if we was to be friends before I started dating him, like for a year or something, I would have been like, yeah, no, this ain't happening. But I started dating them before I even got to know them. So I figured out, yeah, no, this ain't happening while we were dating, which made it even worse. You get what I'm saying? You guys get what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. If you don't, I can elaborate more if you want me to. It should be self-explanatory. Okay. I already put that out. Sticking it out. I already said sticking it out. I was there for too long. Way too long. Trying to make it work with somebody who's trying to make it work with me. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. Too nurturing. Oh my gosh. This one gets me hype. Too nurturing. I am a very nurturing person. I have a nurturing nature. I have a bad habit of babying men. It's very hard for me not to do that, because that's just me. I'm a very nurturing woman. Very, like, I will take care of you. Literally. But I can't do that. Like, this is what I mean. Back to the point where I said that I allow them to get too comfortable to where it's a mommy-son relationship. It's a mommy-son relationship to where, as y'all remember whenever I said I just woke up, you feel what I'm saying? A mommy-son relationship to whereas they got too comfortable, I'm too nurturing, and I'm paying mommy. Like, you know how moms are? Moms don't have time for themselves because they're too busy taking care of their kids. Same thing. A mommy to a man who's my age. He ain't come out of my hoo-ha. Okay? Like, it's a sad situation. I have to learn how to not be so nurturing to grown men. It's very hard because that's who I am. I'm just a nurturing woman. I'm a nurturing person. It don't matter who it is. I like to take care of people. I like to fix people. I'm sorry. It's just, I have to pray to God that he takes that away from me. Well, not take it away from me, but help me to be nurturing to the right people. And it's probably the fact that I feel like I got taken advantage of, honestly. I don't think they did it on purpose, but I do think that they realized how nurturing I was, and that made them, not try as much. You feel what I'm saying? They realized how much I was putting forth, so they didn't realize. Like, we're like, okay, well, I ain't gotta do that much. That's what I mean whenever I say I think they got too comfortable. I feel like I was taken advantage of. Yes, I do. Because all my exes left our relationship on 10, and I left on 2. I was at 10 whenever we first started dating. Then they got my 8, and I had the remaining 2. They learned things. I taught them things. Basically taught them how to walk, taught them how to talk, taught them how to drive, everything. And I left the relationship with stories. That's it. And then not good stories, okay? All right, next part. I led the relationship. Now, I'm tired of this. This is a trend in all my relationships, which is why all of these tie together. The mommy-son relationship, I led the relationship. I'm the alpha, he's the beta. I think that's very unattractive for a guy to be a beta, but it happened. It happened. You live and you learn. You feel what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the day wherever I don't have to be an alpha. I want to be treated like a lady for once. Even though I want to be led by a man in the right direction. You know, that hasn't happened yet. And I don't know. I can't put myself through that again. It's hard because, you know, you want love, you want this, you want that, but I can wait. I want to be appreciated for once. I don't want to be taken advantage of. You feel what I'm saying? I want to be taken care of. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not talking about monetarily. I'm talking about my mind, my heart, everything. Like, you take care of me. You're not in it for what you can get. I want to lead the relationship. Well, we can both be in a relationship on 10 and we go 20 together. You feel what I'm saying? Not you lead the relationship on 10 and I'm on 2. You feel what I'm saying? Just so, I beg them to act right. I think a lot of people, not just women, a lot of people make this mistake. You should not have to beg your significant other to act right. If they love you enough, they're going to act right. Now, as a Christian woman, a man is supposed to love his wife as Christ loved the church. So if you're loving me as Jesus loved the church, then why should I? Y'all get what I'm saying? It's complicated. But if you get it, you get it. Okay. And seeing them as project. I was Bob the Builder on steroids, y'all. Bob the Builder on steroids. I got from one relationship that was emotionally abusive. Well, when I say it's emotionally abusive, it just was toxic. How about that? We'll just say I was in a relationship where it was toxic and I was single for about 2 months. Then was it 2? I don't know. It's like 2 or 3 months. Then I got into another relationship that was emotionally abusive, like literally to the point where I didn't even feel anymore. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I have to, I have to be a certain way to be with you, and that's not who I am. Like, y'all know I'm extra. I'm a very extra person, and for me to be with somebody who tells me that I'm doing too much or I just want attention, how? This is me, baby. This is me. I'm extra. I'm loud. Well, I'm not sometimes, okay? But this is just me. How are you going to tell me? You feel what I'm saying? I was just Bob the Builder to grown men. What was it? See them as a project. Let me build you. I went from one relationship where it was toxic to another relationship where it was emotionally abusive. And both of them, I built them. Trust me, baby. I built them. And now they with other women using what I gave them. You see how that works? I understand, like, ladies, we have to learn how to tone that down. How do we do it? I don't know. I'm figuring out just how you are. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it's going to take some prayer in the Bible. Okay? Because now Bob the Builder is tired. Bob the Builder on steroids is tired. This is the longest I've ever been single. I've been single, I don't know, like almost a year now. I don't know. It's probably almost a year. I don't remember. That's how long ago. I don't even remember. I know I broke up with me and my ex broke up last year. I think it was the beginning of. I don't remember. I think it was the beginning of last year. Yeah, it had to been the beginning, like March, February, March. So it's almost been a year, roundabout. And this is the longest I've ever been single, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying finding myself. I'm enjoying building myself up. I've grown so much. From those relationships. I've grown so much in life. Like, I'm telling y'all, whenever I broke up with my most recent ex, and I'm not saying he was the main problem. I'm talking about he was my last ex. That's what I mean. Like, so my exes before him that built up with his, and he's my last ex. So all the hurt from my old exes was mixed with his. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so once we were done, literally, I'm not even joking, my life went, and I woke up. Like, it was like I was sleep for 3 years. No, we didn't date for 3 years. I had one ex that we lasted for a year, and another ex. I had one ex lasted for a year. Then I was talking to one guy for a couple of months, and then it was my recent ex. It's like I was asleep throughout those years, and as soon as we broke up, like literally as soon as we broke up, I woke up. It was something like this. Where am I? Where am I? I've been asleep for that long, y'all. I'm just not catching up. Maybe we broke up. I just woke up. Like it was like a light switch. It said, and then I started gaining stuff. I got my phlebotomy certification. Feel what I'm saying? And then I started going to school. I think I started going to school. You know, I just got new jobs, new promotions, new ideas, new visions, all this stuff. If you guys have me on Instagram, look at my Instagram. It's my Instagram story called Choose You. This will explain to you what I'm talking about. You have to choose you. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not easy, especially whenever you love somebody and you're trying to make it work. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's worth it. This is the happiest I've ever been in my life. And I'm ducking and dodging. Nope. All right, so what you got to bring to the table? Nope. Bye. Actually, I'm not even looking. Honestly, I'm not interested. I'm not. I have a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish. A lot of stuff that I want to do before I get married, before I settle down. And right now, that's not in my plans. Not at all. Not anytime soon. I don't want no kids right now. I can wait a couple years for that. I don't want no husband right now. I can wait for that. Okay. I don't want to settle down right now. I'm sorry. I just don't. It's not in my plans for right now. Maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, maybe. But right now, I'm on the locomotive. And I'm not going to be allowed to. I'm not going to allow anybody to slow me down. Nobody. I don't care. No man's going to do that. I'm not allowing it anymore. It's about me. I am selfish right now. And I don't have a problem saying that. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish. Anyways, y'all, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would definitely definitely see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.